ghosts. And if you don't see those ghosts till the last second, then you're pretty much going to be, you got to hope he doesn't EMP right as you're going in there, or hope that your infestors aren't anywhere close to him. But anyways, there are a lot of Broodlords out here. I do know ButteryLlama likes a lot of Broodlords, which is pretty hard to get. I mean, you need a lot of bases mining gas for all that. So I mean, what, it costs like 100 gas for the Corruptor, and then what, it's another 150 for the Broodlord. So that's already 250 gas. That is a lot of gas, considering you're a Zerg player, you know. So, anyways, we'll see how he deals with this, because Thors are not very good against Broodlords. Neither are Marines. You need, or Ghosts are. I mean, I guess you can use Ghosts. You gotta have some really good snipes. There's some pretty good snipes going off already. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of Broodlords out here, and well, they're actually being sniped off one by one. There's a pretty good fungal growth. No EMP on them. Just gonna use them for the Broodlords. Now, this is actually a pretty cool counter here. I've seen this a few times. You know, using Ghosts against Broodlords, and it does help out quite a bit. I mean, you just really don't want Marines and Thors against them, because Marines are probably going to get stuck behind all the Broodlings. Thors only deal extra damage against lights, and you know, they don't clump together to take the splash damage either. So I mean, you really need Vikings or Ghosts. So I'm glad he's using the Ghosts, because Corruptors can deal with Vikings pretty well. Of course, Corruptors deal extra damage to massive, not to armored, and Vikings are not massive, they're armored. And Vikings do extra damage against armored, which is the Corruptors, so Vikings are better off against Corruptors, but at the same time, Mutas are good against Vikings, so as Zerg, you might want to add on Mutas, but then you gotta worry about the gas cost of all of it. And look at this, he's actually sacrificing some roaches. Actually, I think this is a game that I was watching while he's streaming. It's kind of funny, he was like saying, oh, I'm just gonna sacrifice some roaches here, you know, no big deal. Just add on some more Broodlings, or Broodlords. Not a bad idea, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, Ghosts are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So, anyways, Terran taking that expansion at the top there. Looks like the Overlord try to get over there, spread some creep. Obviously way too late, but the missile turrets are up now to deal with that and them. But, well, with so many Broodlords roaming around, I would not say you really even need missile turrets at this point. I mean, Mutalisks are really not going to be a big threat, because, I mean, he's pretty much spending all of his gas on Broodlords. And Broodlords outrange missile turrets anyway, so, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, so what? You know, it's not going to really see Mutalisks, I don't think, at this point in the game. I could be proven wrong, we'll see. But, anyways, big engagement here. Looks like these Broodlords trying to split up a little bit. He's got to be really careful, because they do bunch up a little bit. I mean, if you are being pretty aggressive for them, if you don't move them up properly. But there was a couple of neuroparasites there. The Ghost taking care of them very quickly there. But Broodlord's just kind of taking a beating there. He does have the +2 attack, +2 armor on him. Thor's just with the +2, or +3 attack, I should say, no armor at all. Now, I'd say, actually, as Thors, you do want armor, because Zerglings, you know, once you wrap around them, you know, they can do a lot of damage. And Zerglings, you know, that armor's going to help out a lot against Zerglings. Not so much against, against Roaches. And that's pretty much exactly why he's not getting the plus armor. I mean, obviously, if he had a bunch of extra money, he could afford to. And he actually does have a bit of extra money, but I don't know. You know, you don't really see Zerglings right now. It's just that Zerg could potentially add on some Zerglings at any given time, and you wouldn't even know it. So, I don't know, there's that. Not really sticking too much with the Hellions here. Not too many Hellions. He does have some Vikings coming out here, though, to help deal with that, since ButteryLlama pretty much is going mass Broodlords. And when you're 25 minutes into the game, why not? I mean, if you have all these different bases, and Terran has all those different bases, you might as well. Now, one of the things I don't think I've told ButteryLlama yet, but one of the things is I've noticed he doesn't like to harass much. And if he harassed more, I mean, not necessarily with Mutas, but I mean, you could do drops, Nidus. There's a whole combination of things, a whole buffet, if you will, of things that you can do. And I've actually experimented with it quite a bit. I mean, of course, it does add a bit of extra cost. I just personally don't like to directly attack Terran. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like their stuff is just stronger in those high numbers. So I feel like it's just good to do some nice and whatnot. Nice, I feel like, would be a big thing right now. Get some, you know, bust this up right there. You know, that'd be a nice, easy kill right there. And he's really not gonna be able to do that with all these Broodlords. But anyways, lots of snipes going off. If you can hear it, lots of Broodlords out here dealing the damage, and lots of Thors dealing it as well. But the Thors, I don't know, they're not very good against Broodlords. You pretty much get them for the ground forces of Zerg to deal with all the infestors and whatnot. I mean, you know, and then they can attack the Broodlords as well, you know, to help out with them if they aren't, you know, if there aren't any ground forces. So I mean, it is a good idea to just get them. Whoops, where'd I go? I went over there. But Man, I seen the rest of my voice for a second. Well, it looks like the Broodlord's coming after this Planetary Fortress. SV is diligently working away to repair it, but there's just way too many Broodlords coming out here. They do have the +2 attack. You know, they can upgrade the Broodlings with the plus melee attack. But look at this Planetary Fortress, just taking it and taking it. Good fungal growth going down on those SVs, and it's going to eventually go down here. There it goes. He probably just lost a ton of money doing that. Or at least I wish he, you know, if he didn't, he should have, because repair is pretty ridiculous, because it doesn't really cost much at all. But, well, I don't know, Broodlord's reigning supreme right now. And, well, he's taking all these extra base pretty much just for gas. He doesn't really have a lot of guys mining from it. Just splitting up his drones actually looks like pretty much perfectly. Looks like it has a couple of extra ones there. A couple of extra ones here, but, you know, otherwise doing a very good job splitting them up so that each of his bases mine out slowly, so that if he loses one, it's like, okay, I'll just win back at the other bases, you know, to split, you know. So, I mean, losing a hatchery isn't as big of a deal as Zerg. It's the drones and the hatchery together. Of course, the hatchery is a big deal, too, just because of production, but, I mean, you can negate it just using that good stuff. But anyways, there's the GG from ONEKyhol. The game lasted actually a really long time. ButteryLlama just having a superior economy. Yeah, 81 drones to 55 SCVs, and that's pretty much the big difference, and the unit difference. I mean, using Thors against Broodlords, not really the best. You're just using Festers to take over the Thors, and you're screwed. You know, you're going to lose a whole bunch of tanks and Hellions and whatever else you're using. So, just ONEKyhol not being able to keep up, eventually losing the game. And man, I'm just so out of breath because tearing against Zerg is so ridiculous. Well, this is Magic signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I do have a couple more replays I'm going to cast momentarily. I'm just going to take like a couple minutes break here just to rest my voice because that was ridiculous. So yeah, I'll be turning off the stream in a moment and turning it back on when I come back just to cast the rest of the replays. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and this is Magic signing out.